Searching for the next low market cap gem can be tougher than you think, especially since we may be too involved in one ecosystem alone, like I am with Polkadot and Kusama, constantly bringing you the latest news and updates from these two ecosystems. And if these two ecosystems will become large and there are a lot of projects developing on them, it's not always easy to find that next low cap gem. And in today's video, I'm revisiting Polka Project, which is the open source website that contains all the different substrate based and Polkadot based projects. So if you're new here and interested to learn more, make sure to hit that subscribe button and enable notifications to not miss the next video that I upload that may interest you. Let's get in. Polka Project, the hub of all substrate-based projects, but also non-substrate ones that want to use the Polkadot and Kusama networks, or so they say. So let's take a look. Now on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll find the substrate-based tab, which will give us all the projects using Substrate or developing on Substrate. Substrate is the framework on top of which Polkadot and Kusama are developed on. And having development teams develop on top of this framework gives them more legitimacy since they can interact with the Polkadot and Kusama ecosystems as opposed to being on Ethereum but saying that they're developing on Polkadot. Most of those are trying to trick you. Now, while there are substrate-based projects, not all of them will be able to benefit from Polkadot or Kusama's security and support. And to recap what I've already discussed on this channel many times, just in case you're new, to benefit from Polkadot and Kusama's security and to be in that small group, you need to either be a Parathread, which is the pay-as-you-go model blockchain not requiring a 24/7 connection such as a Weather dApp, or a Parachain, which is required for something like a DeFi dApp that has many features and requires a 24/7 connection with blocks producing at a more rapid rate.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
And a project can only become one by winning an auction through a crowd loan. And if you're a whale, you can also bid a whole lot of KSM or DOT, as we've discussed on this channel many times. To continue on, one other interesting feature on Polka Project is the Parachain tab, which has recently been added and tells us if a project is a canary network of a bigger project because they're developing on Kusama or they're developing on Polkadot. Now, there will only be projects only developing on Kusama as well, and those are not canary networks because their one and only network will remain Kusama. Now, I want to revisit another topic which is often overseen by many, the Web3 Foundation grants, which are popular amongst these two ecosystems of both Polkadot and Kusama for helping fund these projects in need of a push to get things started. While the Web3 Foundation grants may not be so huge, we're talking around 30,000 or maybe a bit more of development funds, they do give us the extra confidence that they've done their due diligence on a project before approving or not the grant. Now, one other thing to keep in mind is that they don't pay up the full agreed amount from the start. They actually require projects to submit milestones, which is basically code on GitHub as proof of following their roadmap and the initial agreement. And should a project fail to do so, they end up with their grant terminated. Now, funnily enough, there were two projects that I've been covering on this channel which have large communities. Polkadex and Clover Finance both had their grants terminated due to a lack of up-to-date software version. So it just shows you that the foundation can get quite strict with who they fund, and you really need to follow the book. That being said, both Polkadex and Clover are continuing to become successful, and especially Clover, who has achieved many exchange listings for the community and are ramping up development. But just to get back to the initial point, you should definitely check and see if a project has delivered their milestones to the Web3 Foundation by looking for the tick on the second box next to the project's name. This has been it in today's video on things to look for when you evaluate a new project. As always, drop me a comment below if you have any questions or something to comment about the video. Let me know your thoughts as always, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.